enough about master showman P.T. Barnum and where words come from to win $10,000 in cash if you were a contestant on Hitman. And now, here's the host of Hitman, Peter Kamarkin. Thank you, Ron Ronnie, and welcome everyone to Hitman. What Rod just said is true. We're going to make you at home and our contestants here instant experts on 2 more subjects, because you know this is a quiz show. We're going to get you all the answers before we give any of the questions. But before we do that, let's meet the players who are going to actually play our game. And here they are, starting with Casey.
Hi, Peter. My name's Casey Tanaka, and I'm studying public relations. I'm looking forward to graduating next year. And in my spare time, I enjoy photography, needlepoint, and plants.
Great. So you're going to graduate and go out and get a job?
Hopefully, yes.
Hopefully, yes. Okay, good to have you with us.
Thank you.
Okay, and let's meet our second player, Chuck. How are you, Chuck?
Hello, Peter. My name is Chuck Cassidy. I'm the administrator for an emergency medical service. Worked my way through school shooting pool. Ultimately won a couple of championships. And collect and restore old cars.
Terrific. Now, you worked your way through college playing pool.
Right.
Now, you ready for Minnesota Fat?
Played him a couple of times.
Did you really?
Yeah.
How'd you do?
Rather not talk about it.
We'll just leave that live. All right, well, hopefully you'll do better on Hitman.
Thank you.
Okay, and let's meet our third player, Jennifer. Hi.
Hi, Peter. My name is Jennifer Gillespie. I'm a native California, and I'm single. I've been a customer service representative for 7 years, and I play racquetball, and I like to sing.
Oh, great. Now, you're a native Californian?
Yes.
I didn't think I'd ever meet one.
Born in Hollywood.
Oh, right. That's a native.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to Hitman.
Thank you.
All right, now, these are our 3 challengers, and 2 of them are going to get a chance to go up against our champion in round 2. But we don't have to wait to meet our champion, because here she is, Patricia Jackson. Hi, Patricia. How are you?
Nice to see you.
How are you feeling?
Very good.
Has that $10,000 win kind of, have you absorbed it yet?
Beginning to sink
Beginning to come in. Okay, well, we've got 3 people that are going to vie to see if they can meet you in round 2. And in just a minute, we're going to be showing our contestants and you out there our first story. Now, Patricia, you'll be watching it from off stage, so we're going to see you at the end of round 1. And we'll be seeing you right after this. Get on with our show. I promised you that before we got to any of the questions, we'd give you all the answers. But all the answers in the form of a story. Aren't we clever? And all the questions are going to be based on that story. The story of P.T. Barnum, one of a kind. We've all heard that there's no business like show business. Well, show business is the business of entertaining people. And nobody did it better than Phineas Taylor Barnum. P.T. Barnum, as he was better known, was given the nickname the world's greatest showman. Though he gave that nickname to himself, he certainly deserved it. Once, Barnum went to jail for libel. When he got out, he went back to the same courthouse where they had sentenced him and held a banquet. Then he had a parade down Main Street, complete with a brass band. The parade ended at his house, where the band played Home Sweet Home. Barnum had done it. He had turned the punishment into a Dr. Pepper commercial. A few years later, he opened the very first sideshow. It wasn't in a tent, but in a building on Broadway in New York City. He called it Barnum's American Museum, and it included giants, dwarfs, and America's first Punch and Judy show. To keep the crowds from staying inside too long, Barnum put a sign over a door that said, quote, "To the egress," unquote. When people went through, they would find themselves locked outside in the alley. Some never learned that the word egress meant exit. As Barnum himself had said, there's a sucker born every minute. Barnum's greatest attraction was General Tom Thumb. His real name was Charlie Stratton, and he was 25 inches tall. Barnum taught him how to sing and dance, and Tom Thumb became a huge hit. Barnum even took him on a European tour. It lasted 3 years and included a command performance for Queen Victoria. Later, Tom Thumb married Lavinia Warren. Barnum brought Tom and Lavinia to the White House, where Tom traded jokes with Abraham Lincoln. Another Barnum discovery was Jenny Lind, who was already a singing idol in Europe. He brought her to the U.S. for a cross-country tour, calling her the Swedish Nightingale. Barnum himself made $500,000 from this tour. What he's best known for, though, isn't his money, but his circus. In 1881, he and James Bailey formed the Barnum and Bailey Circus. Their first show was held in Madison Square Garden. And for the first time ever, 3 rings were used. They called it the greatest show on earth. 10 years later, Barnum lay near death. He was curious about his obituary, so the New York Evening Sun published it early. Barnum was pleased, particularly with the headline. They called him the great and only Barnum. 2 weeks later, Barnum passed away. But to this day, the circus still bears his name. After all, the show must go on. And indeed, the show shall go on. That's the end of our first story. Our game is played in 2 very different rounds. In round 1, our 3 challengers will be fighting it out in order to determine which 2 of them are going to go on to do battle with our reigning champion later on in round 2. Now, we make the determination by running a little race. Whichever 2 of you crosses the finish line first will be the 2 who get to go on to meet our champion later on in round 2. Unfortunately, the 3rd place finisher is out of the game. And with that in mind, you want to get your hands on your buzzers, because here we go with our first question. P.T. Barnum was given what nickname? Jennifer.
World's Greatest Showman.
Yes, indeed he was. And you move out of the stock first. Barnum said there's a what born, Casey?
Sucker.
Sucker born every minute is right. And Casey moves out. What did the P stand for, Chuck? Phineas. Phineas is right, P.T. Barnum. Everybody's moved out and even. In what city did Barnum open the first, Casey?
New York.
Sideshow, New York is right. Casey forged into the lead. Barnum was once put in jail for what offense, Jennifer?
Libel.
Libel is right, and Jennifer moves up. With whom did Barnum form a circus, Casey?
James Bailey.
In 1881, James Bailey is right. Casey moves up 2 ahead of Chuck and 1 ahead of Jennifer. What did Barnum name his first sideshow, Chuck?
The greatest show on earth.
No, it's Barnum's American Museum. All right, Chuck, you got to sit this one out. We'll turn the light on your podium and go over to Casey and Jennifer. Here's your question. Who gave Barnum the nickname the world's, Jennifer?
Himself.
The world's greatest showman himself is right. It's not a sky man. All right, let's bring Chuck back in the game. Jennifer and Casey are tied. Chuck's 2 behind. Here we go. Name the midget who was Barnum's Chuck.
General Tom Thumb.
Yes, indeed. And Chuck moves up, making his move. Where did Barnum and Bailey hold the first show of Jennifer?
Madison Square Garden.
First show of the circus is indeed Madison Square Garden. Jennifer, you are in the enviable position of being 1 step away from being our first winner. Here's the next question. If you get it, could put you over. In fact, if you do get it, it will put you over. All right, here it comes. Name an attraction of Barnum's American, Casey.
Giants.
American Museum. Giants is right. Okay, Casey is now even with Jennifer. Both 1 step away. Next question could put one of them over. Name the European singing idol, Casey.
Jenny Lind.
Jenny Lind is right, and Casey moves to the Congratulations, indeed. You got yourself $300. And what's even more important, you are definitely going to want to meet that champion in round 2. Contemplate that for a while we move over to Chuck and Jennifer to see who joins you. And Jennifer is in a position where she is 1 step away. Chuck is 2 behind Jennifer. Here's the question. Tom Thumb did a command performance for Jennifer.
Queen Victoria.
For whom Queen Victoria is right, and Jennifer's our second winner, $200 with you. And you are going to join Casey in that fight against the champion in round 2. Congratulations. Chuck, well, you came up a little short, much like what happened with Minnesota Fats. I hope you had a good time. Not much. All right, we've got some nice prizes for you, Chuck. Thanks for being with us. All right, in a moment, we'll be back to see just how well our 2 challengers do against the champion in round 2 right after this. Okay, we're back for round 2 of Hitman, and Casey and Jennifer are already ahead of the game because Casey, for coming in first in round 1, you get $300, and Jennifer, for coming in second, $200. Not bad for a start. Okay, round 2 is played entirely differently from round 1 because in this round, the challengers attempt to unseat the champion. Therefore, let's meet her one more time, our champion of one day, Patricia Jackson. It may only be one day, Patricia, but it's a $10,000 day.
Yeah, it was a good day.
I bet. Well, what are you going to do with $10,000?
I haven't even thought about it.
Well, I got some ideas. Maybe I can tell you.
Okay.
Well, let's see how you do if you can add to that 10,000, okay?
Okay.
We're ready for round 2, and in round 2, we see a brand new story, and that is where words come from. Do you ever wonder where words come from? No, they're not brought by the word store. It's not as simple as that. But it's a lot more interesting. Take the word sandwich. Now, sandwich doesn't come from sand. It was named for John Montague, who was the Earl of Sandwich. You see, the Earl used to gamble for 24 hours at a time, and he didn't want to leave the table. So he ate all his meals between two pieces of bread. It must have been a mess when he ordered soup. Here's an interesting word, boudoir. That's a woman's bedroom. The word comes from the French word boudoir, which means to sulk. Traditionally, the lady of the house went into her boudoir to do her sulking. At least it was less expensive than shopping. After a hard day at the mall, she might come home groggy. The word groggy comes from grog. That's a drink made of rum and water. This drink was named after its creator, a British admiral named Vernon. Why didn't they call the drink Vernon? Because it was named after Vernon's nickname, Old Grog. After the admiral drank that grog, he might have gotten drunk and run around naked. That's what the ancient Greeks did. In fact, the word gymnastics comes from the Greek word gymnos, which means naked. The physician Hippocrates claimed that the sun was healthful, so they used to hold the Olympic track meets in the nude. The runners had to be extra careful when they passed the torch. Speaking of naked Greeks, their god of love was Eros. He was a fat little cherub who used his little bow to shoot arrows of love. The Romans called him Cupid. In the early 1920s, Rose O'Neal created a doll based on Cupid. He called it the Cupid. It had fat cheeks and a curl on top, and it became a sensation throughout America. A Cupid doll was always a nice present. On the other hand, the king of Siam used to give terrible presents, but just to people he didn't like. He would give them a white elephant. In Siam, this creature was sacred, and the king loved to watch as his enemies went into debt and then bankruptcy trying to maintain the beast. It was like watching the owner of a DeLorean franchise. Today, a white elephant is any possession that is no longer wanted. One possession that will never be a white elephant is the dictionary. That'll tell you what words mean. As far as where they come from, well, as you've just seen, we can tell you that. And that's the end of our story. Of course, it's the board upon which we always play around too. And Casey, since you came in first in round one, you get 4 hitmen, and here they are. And Jennifer, you came in second, so you get 3 hitmen, and here they are. And that's a total of 7, so to keep things nice and even, Patricia, we always give our champ 7 hitmen, and here they are. All right, in this round, the champion, Patricia, is going to fight each challenger one at a time. Players, a right answer knocks out an opponent's man, a wrong answer knocks out one of your own men. But when a challenger loses a man, he must stop playing while the champion then takes on the other challenger. The champion is trying to wipe out all the challenger's men. Each challenger is trying to wipe out the champion's last man. The winner of the game will go on to try for our Triple Crown with $10,000 in cash. A nice bit of incentive. Now, Casey, since you came in first in round one, you get to decide the battle plan. Who's going to fight Patricia first, you or Jennifer?
I'll let Jennifer go first.
Very nice of you. I'm sure Jennifer appreciates it. Don't you, Jennifer?
Oh, I love it, yeah.
I figured as much. Okay, Jennifer and Patricia, here's your first question. In what country was a white elephant once, Patricia?
Siam.
Once sacred, Siam is right. Jennifer's hit, and lives the man. The champ starts right off. Over to Casey. What did the Romans call the god of love? Casey.
Cupid.
Cupid is right. The champ hit and lives the man. Yeah, we went over to you finally, Casey. You did well.
Thanks.
Okay. What language is the word gymnast? Patricia.
Greek.
Greek is right. Casey's hit and lives the man. And now we go back over to Jennifer, who has 2 hitmen left. Here's the question. The man for whom the sandwich is named had what, Patricia?
Montague, the Earl of Sandwich.
Had what noble rank? The answer is Earl. We have to take your first fact, Patricia, which was Montague, so you're wrong. You're hit and lose a man. We stick with Jennifer and Patricia. And here's your question. From what word does the word groggy come from? Jennifer.
The word grog, the nickname.
Grog is right. And Patricia's hit and lose the man. Patricia's down to 4 hitmen. Jennifer 2. What is the meaning of the word boudoir, Patricia?
Woman's bedroom.
Yes, indeed. And Jennifer's hit and lose the man. We bounce back over to Casey, who has 3 hitmen against the champ 4. And here's your question. What was the name of the doll based on Casey?
Cupid.
Cupid is right. Champ hit and lose the man. Down an even battle with the champ's 3 hitmen against Casey's 3. What did the Earl of Sandwich do for Patricia?
Gamble.
24 hours at a time. Gamble is right. Casey's hit and lose the man. Back over to Jennifer. Jennifer, this could be your last chance. If Patricia answers this question correctly, you're out of the game. Here it comes. What is the translation of the Greek word gymnast? Patricia.
Naked.
Naked is right, and Jennifer's hit and is out of the game. Okay, Casey, it means it's all up to you. You've got 2 hitmen against Patricia's 3, and here's your question. Who used to give white elephants as presents, Casey?
The King of Siam.
King of Siam is right. Champ hit is the man. After an even battle, Casey's 2 against Patricia's 2. Grog is made from what stew, Casey?
Rum and water.
Rum and water is right. Champ hit is the man. All right, tables are turned because the champ is down to 1 hitman. Casey, if you answer this question correctly, you are the new champion. And here it comes. Name the woman who created a doll based on Cupid, Patricia.
O'Toole.
No, it's O'Neill, and you're hit, and Casey is the new champion. Congratulations, Casey. What a battle. Well done. A new champ, Patricia. Well played. Down to the last one. You got yourself $10,300. Hopefully you'll go away as a happy hit man participant.
Very happy.
Good. And Jennifer, nice playing. You got yourself $200 for round 1, and thanks for being with us. And with our new champion, Casey, you know what you're going to get, and that is an opportunity to go for our Triple Crown for $10,000 in cash. We'll see just how Casey does right after this.
Uh-oh. If you would like to be a contestant on Hitman, write to Hitman. Contestant, 5746 Sunset Boulevard, Hollywood, California, 90028.
All right, once again, it's time for our Triple Crown. And Casey, it's no different than Casey at the bat.
Right.
That's what it is, right? You've heard that before?
Yes.
Okay. I promise you the game is going to only last 60 seconds. Now, on that board over there, you see 8 columns, and each column is a number of circles. For example, in column 3, there are 3 circles. Now, you call out a column, and I'll read you a question based on either of the 2 stories you've heard today. If you're right, you'll change the first circle in that column into a money man, and I'll ask you another question. And I'll keep on asking you questions until you've changed every circle in that column into a money man, or until you make a mistake. And if you make a mistake or you pass on a question, you've got to call out another column. You fill up 1 column with money men, you win $1,000. You fill up 2 columns with money men, you win $2,000. And finally, you fill up 3 columns with money men, and you win $10,000 in cash. But, Casey, you're not going to see how many circles are in each column because we're going to turn your back to the board as it is now for the entire game. We're going to reset the board pattern. All right? Ready?
Ready.
Set the board. All right, the game and the clock will begin when you call out your first column. And Casey, may all your columns have very few circles.
Column 2.
2, Barnum and Bailey called their circus the greatest what?
Stoner.
Right. What type of meets were held in the nude?
Gymnastics. Pass.
Another column.
Column 3.
3, on what street did Barnum open the first
Main
side
Street.
to? Another column.
Column 4.
4, name the physician who claimed the sun was healthful.
Pass. Column 5.
5, what song did the band play at Barnum's house?
Home Sweet Home.
Right. Cupid shot arrows of what?
Love.
Right. What was General Thomas's real name?
Pass.
Another
Column
column. 6, the Cupid doll was invented in what decade?
1920.
Right. Where did the to the egress door lead?
To the alleyway.
Right. Cupid dolls had what kind of cheek?
Fat.
Right. There's your first column on ours. 7. What did Barnum nickname Jenny Lind?
The sweetest nightingale.
Right. Who is the Greek god of love?
Eros.
Right. General Thompson was how many inches tall?
25.
Right. What was the name of the Earl of Sandwich?
Don Montague.
Right. There's your second column.
Column
1. Thompson's European tour lasted how long?
A year.
Another column.
Column 8.
Oh, that's the college at the end of our game. You got 2 columns and you got yourself $2,000. Congratulations. Look what you did. Let's freeze the board for a minute. You only had 1 column left, 8. You got a real slow start, and then you came on laying gangbusters, and you got yourself column 6 and 7, $2,000. Terrific. We'll be right back. All right, Casey, congratulations. In Triple Crown, you got yourself $2,000 plus $300 in round 1, so that's a grand total of $2,300. Congratulations. Casey, let me ask you. During round 2 with the champion, how did you feel? Did you feel at one point that you were going to win or lose? How did you feel?
I thought that would be the hard round, but it turns out the Triple Crown was a lot harder than I thought. But I thought I'd do all right against the champion.
So you really always had confidence?
A little. And it worked.
And it worked out. Well done. And this, in the final round, you started a little slow. Did you start to feel more confident?
I started to pick it up. I just needed a few more seconds.
All right. Well, maybe you'll get it tomorrow.
I hope
you know
so.
you're going to get a chance to come back tomorrow for another $10,000 if you win, if you can go through the other challengers that come up against you. I know one thing. You know a lot more about P.T. Barnum and where words come from than you did before, right?
Right.
Okay, and I bet you do too. We'll see you next time on Hitman. Bye-bye.
Some of our players receive a generous supply of Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's tender and juicy. If I'd have to buy a Kentucky Fried Chicken, we do chicken right. Also, Elmer's School Glue, the perfect glue for school projects using paper, cloth, and wood. Safe and washable from Elmer's America's Can-Do Glue. Plus, Kraft Blackhawk canned hams that slow smoked over genuine hickory and come in 3 distinct flavors: original hickory smoke, honey glaze, and barbecue glaze. Is a Jay Wolford production in association with Metro Media Video Productions. This is Ron Buddy speaking.